So, you aren't happy with where you are in life. You may have some ideas on what would make you happier, but something always seems to hold you back from achieving them. If it sounds like you, keep watching. Let's say you really want to write a novel. Inspired by other successful writers, you think, I want that. You're excited, motivated, inspired. Nothing's going to stop you. You think of an idea and write an outline. Amazing, you've made the first steps towards your goal. But then, for whatever reason, you lose enthusiasm. You stop typing. You stop altogether. The famous authors who were once inspirational have become objects of jealousy and resentment. They are living your dream. You compare your own barely completed ideas to their best work and come up with excuses for your own failure. I don't have their talent. That will never be me. Inwardly, you know that this level of achievement is unlikely, and it saddles you with an invisible audience of critics. Each paragraph you write, each idea that floats to the surface, the audience starts to murmur. You think that's going to get published? You shouldn't even have tried. You can't help but feel disheartened by the huge chasm that separates the people who are living your dream to you. The gap between where you are and where you want to be looms large in your conscious. You want it, but the task ahead of you is enormous, and just thinking about it makes you anxious. You get lost in a spiral of envy, jealousy, anxiety, and self-doubt. There's a definition for this toxic mindset that holds too many people back from pursuing what they want in life, and it's called perfectionism, procrastination, and paralysis. But wait, perfectionism is supposed to be a good thing, right? That's why I put it on my CV. Well, not exactly. Your first draft of anything, whether that's a novel, a business plan, or a stand-up comedy routine, is probably not going to be that great. For perfectionists, this creates a feeling that it is impossible to attain the standards that they have set for themselves. And when this happens, it's all too easy to turn to instant gratification. We procrastinate. Netflix, video games, alcohol, and any other form of escapism all feel good, but improper use leads to the sacrifice of long-term happiness for short-term pleasure. So we have perfectionism, which is defined as striving towards impossibly high goals, procrastination, when the negative feelings you create for yourself manifest into seeking instant gratification, and paralysis, the final result. You don't follow through with your ideas. You don't finish the novel. This has certainly been something that I've dealt with. I tried many things to motivate myself, like self-affirmations and waking up early, but nothing stuck. It needed a change in attitude, which happened when I read The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. The idea behind The Slight Edge is that success is the result of doing unremarkable, easy-to-do things over a long period of time. Who do you think will achieve their goals in the gym? The guy who turns up for one day and blasts every muscle in his body as hard as possible? Or the guy who pushes himself slightly beyond his limits 4 times a week for a year? If you want to read more books, but you struggle to focus, try reading 10 pages a day. That doesn't sound like much, but over a year, that's 3,650 pages, or roughly a dozen books. Don't be afraid to set the bar lower. If you were to improve just 0.03% each day, that's 0.3%, and you kept that up for a whole year, you'd have 100% improvement. Could you imagine what 100% improvement could do for you, for your confidence, skills, or career? Instead of trying to make radical changes in a short amount of time, make small, incremental improvements every day. Do have big goals, do have ambitions which seem impossible, but bring your focus inwards. I like to take Jordan Peterson's advice. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This quote is important, especially in an age where things like Instagram warp our view of what it means to live a good life. The popular image sharing platform has been shown to result in negative body image thoughts, anxiety, and depression amongst users. We're all born in different situations. We're exposed to different ideas from different people and are presented with different opportunities, or lack of. One person may come to a life-changing epiphany when they are aged 40, while somebody else may do exactly the same at age 18. If you want to compete fairly with someone, you should be competing with yourself. Using the power of the slight edge, adopt an action-first mindset. If you just take action, you're going to learn more than the one who spends their time fantasizing and pondering, because you're going to be the one making mistakes, figuring it out as you go along. So, I challenge you to do this. Imagine something you want to improve in your life. Now think of a small action you can do every day that will bring you slightly closer towards your goal. Do as much as you think you can consistently stick to start with. Turn this into a simple daily habit. There's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson which is, "Do the thing and you will have the power." It's seemingly too simple, right? But it's true. After all, the act of taking action is the only thing that ever changes anything. Forget what others say, forget who else is doing it better, and forget about being perfect. Take action.